Clay technology. The clay industry is among the first mineral industries that the earliest members of the human community had learned. Clay is a natural product dug from the earth which decomposes from rock within the earth. Since clay can be obtained very easily and can be easily shaped with the hand, it was the main factor that led man to start the clay industry. Clay was used in many different ways, such as making simple cooking pots with clay, pottery, making of bricks, walls, and floor tiles, used to make ceramics, making of vessels, images, sculptures, and other artistic creations. Clay was made stronger by drying it in the hot sun. Later on, man had learned the technology of making clay vessels stronger by firing. The art of making clay pots developed rapidly after man had begun to build houses and form civilizations. Items such as cooking pots, plates, cups, water pots, and vases were objects made of clay. The people from all civilizations began to beautify the pots and vessels by coloring, painting, and drawing patterns on those vessels. The potter's wheel. The potter's wheel is a horizontal wooden disc that has been designed to spin easily on the ground or some structure. A ball of clay is placed on the fast rotating disc, and clay vessels can be made with a good finishing using the rotating speed and the shape made by the hand. Pieces of clay vessels belonging to the final phase of that era have been discovered in archaeological excavations carried out at several places in the country. Consequent to the arrival of Arahat Mahinda in the 3rd century BC also resulted in the advancement in the art of pottery in this country. Finding archaeological excavations provide evidence to prove the fact that a developed pottery industry had existed from the very beginning of the Anuradhapura kingdom and that clay objects of very high quality had been produced during that period. The way of making clay objects. The process of making clay objects consists of several basic steps. A suitable type of clay is selected and first the clay is left to firm up. A ball of firmed up clay that is big enough to make the required object is taken and placed on the potter's wheel. First, the shape of the object is formed and then the bottom of the object is made. Next, the patterns or designs are made on the surface of that object in order to add beauty. Finally, the clay object is left to dry and after that, it is put in a kiln and fired. This is the way clay objects are made. Absorption of water into those bricks was minimum and they were strong enough to bear a massive weight. Accordingly, a kiln was constructed in the village called Galkadavala in Nuvargama Palatha Central Division during the period of 1990 to 1991 AD, and the bricks necessary were produced there. It seems that the roofs of the ancient buildings, of which the ruins of stone pillars remain at present, had been made of wood and covered with roofing tiles. There is evidence which shows that production of roofing tiles like brickmaking had spread throughout the country in ancient times. Metal technology. Metals like iron and copper had been used before 3rd century BC. There had been a rapid development in metal technology and in the use of metals since 3rd century BC. Due to the expansion of agriculture, rapid urbanization, development in the field of construction, and adoption of Indian technology in various fields in this country. The period from 2nd century BC to 2nd century AD shows an expansion of cave inscriptions in many parts of the dry zone. Making drip ledges on rock caves and carving the writing on stone to make inscriptions require the use of iron and steel tools. The workers engaged in many fields related to metal industries such as Kabara blacksmiths, Tambara coppersmiths, Topasha thinkers. Metals such as iron, bronze, copper, silver, and gold had been commonly used during the Rajarata civilization. There is also information which reveals that some of these metals, such as iron, copper, and silver, had been obtained from this country has been discovered, confirming that iron had been widely used throughout the country after 3rd century BC. Use of iron was essential for making tools, agricultural implements, and for various other purposes such as making iron nails. Natural rock that contained iron had been broken into pieces and put into furnaces made of clay, and iron had been extracted by heating them to the required temperature using fire. The natural wind available during the monsoon seasons in Samanala area had been made use of for continuously burning the charcoal used for making the fire to heat the iron ore. These findings confirm that the ancient Lankans had an efficient technology of producing iron by heating and refining the iron contained in natural rock.